Hello children, welcome back. I hope you are really done and thorough with the first segment of ratios, which we have done and we covered two ratios there. What was the type of ratio that we covered? The liquidity ratios. Wonderful. So liquidity ratios, current ratio, liquid ratio, quick ratio or acid test ratio as we may call it. Those two are done. Those measured short-term solvency because we were focusing on what? The current assets and current liabilities. We were trying to find out how much assets we have to pay off our liabilities in the short run. Correct? Right now, we are moving to the next segment, meaning next set of ratios called the solvency ratios. And here we are talking about the long-term position of the business. Not just the immediate position or short-term position. So for a long-term meaning, of course, I'm talking about my assets, long-term assets, fixed assets, non-current assets, and also the amount that I have invested in the business for a long period of time. That is my shareholders' funds and the borrowed funds. That is the non-current liabilities, isn't it? Therefore, we have here four ratios. Four ratios under this segment. First one is the debt equity ratio. Second one is the proprietary ratio. And third is the debt to total assets ratio. There's one more, fourth, interest coverage ratio, which I have not yet mentioned here. These three require only balance sheet figures and understanding of the balance sheet format. That's why I have taken this together. The fourth ratio I will take up in the next video, interest coverage ratio, which will require understanding of statement of profit and loss also. Therefore, let us focus only on these three ratios under solvency ratio. तो जल्दी से समझ लेते हैं कि फॉर्मूला क्या है. Debt equity ratio हो गया, फॉर्मूला बोल दिया, debt by equity. Okay, it is that simple. So now let us understand what is the meaning of debt. Debt, we are talking about the non-current liabilities. Meaning, debt here is equal to long-term debts plus long-term provisions. तो यहाँ पे long-term borrowing भी लिख सकते हैं for your understanding. We have done this in the chapter. Yes, very good. The schedule 3 of Companies Act. So we know कि debts में क्या है? Long-term borrowing and long-term provisions. Long-term borrowing example, debentures, bank loans, public deposits, right? All these are borrowings for a long period. So, and long-term provisions also. If you have created provisions, that also come as a part of debt. So, numerator is clear. Equity. Equity meaning shareholders funds. Shareholders funds के नीचे क्या headings आते हैं? Sub headings. Yes. Share capital and reserves and surplus. Correct? That is the owner's fund. So what are we trying to find? Trying to compare by comparing debt and equity. Debt is borrowed funds. कितना पैसा बाहर से लिया है business finance करने के लिए? And how much is owner's fund? How much the owners have invested? खुद का पैसा कितना है business finance करने के लिए? Right? The relationship between those two, because debt we have to pay to outsiders. तो अपने पास कितना पैसा है to pay to outsiders? Are you getting it? So that is the relationship that we are trying to find, and as per the ideal ratio is 2:1, meaning debts can be twice as much as the owner's funds because we are talking about the long term. ये short term में नहीं है, immediate पैसा लेना है. For the long term, this is a good ideal ratio 2:1. A very high ratio would show कि बहुत ज़्यादा borrowing है, खुद का पैसा कम लगा है, therefore risk. There is a high risk that if the company goes into losses, the people who have given lend money to the business will not be able to recover it. Therefore, it is important not to have very high ratio, debt equity ratio. Very low ratio also suggests कि hardly कुछ borrowing किया है, equity ज़्यादा है. So there is much scope for increasing the business by borrowing funds. Okay, so idea is 2:1. Now, why have I made this here? This might not be straight away given in the sum. Okay, लो, share capital इतना है, reserves and surplus इतना है, equity find कर लो. It might not be that simple. You might be given any of the components of the balance sheet and you might be required to find out shareholders funds or you might be required to find out debt. The concept, the connection is very important. Very, very important. ठीक है? समझो. The balance sheet of the company The liability side will have, of course this has gone in the horizontal format just for your understanding, otherwise it's vertical format just for the understanding of the components. Liability side will have three main components: shareholders funds, उसमें share capital, reserve, surplus है. Non-current liabilities meaning your debt, and current liability. Correct? Asset side will have only two major headings, that is non-current assets and current assets. Therefore, if at all I tell you I am giving you this non-current assets, I am giving you current assets, I am also giving you current liabilities. I might not give you this separately, I might give you non-current assets and working capital. Working capital we have already discussed, current assets minus current liability, so ये भी हो गया. Then I am also giving you non-current liabilities. Will you be able to find shareholders funds? Yes, you will be, because this side total has to be equal to this side total. So what will I do? To find out equity from these given figures, I will do, I am writing it here, non-current assets plus, this is not separately given to me, so I will do plus working capital, meaning what? I have added current liability and current assets and I subtracted current liability. Okay? So this plus this I have done and minus current liability I have done. Correct? Then also subtract non-current liability. So what will I get? What am I left with? Shareholders funds. Correct? So this component is very, very important to understand. The sums will give you this. So the first ratio is here. Second ratio again comes from the same thing, meaning proprietary ratio, proprietor, owner. We are trying to find out how much the owners have financed the assets of the business. खुद के पैसे से कितना assets लिया. Of course, you are understanding these are the funds that the business has, and that has been used to fund the assets. पैसे लाए तब ना assets खरीदा है. Correct? So how much of it is coming is financed from shareholders funds. We have to see what part of the total assets. This ratio gives me the shareholders funds or equity by total assets. Okay, so this will give me the ratio between the owners funds and the total assets, of course. So if this is a good high ratio, it means maximum of the assets are being financed by the shareholders own funds. Okay, so here we haven't been given an ideal ratio, but a fairly good ratio, 60%, 70% is considered good. Okay, because that will mean that the lesser assets are financed by borrowed funds. And total assets means all the assets here, non-current assets plus current assets. Here, debt to total asset ratio. Debt we have already understood. Total assets we have already understood. Debt to total assets, debt by total assets. Okay, Alan. It doesn't take much time, children. If you've understood this, the formulas will learn like that. Okay, so debt equity ratio is debt by equity. Proprietary ratio मतलब proprietor का fund कितना है? So okay, fine, we write that shareholders funds by total assets, and debt to total assets is debt by total assets. हो गया तीनों learn? Sum कर ले. The sum says calculate debt to equity ratio. ना पहला ratio debt to equity. So what all do I have to pick up? Long term debt and equity meaning shareholders funds. Okay. So now let us see. Non-current investments. Okay, long-term loans and advances. None of this is like a part of shareholders funds. Fixed assets, no. Current assets, current liabilities, okay, and long-term borrowing and long-term provision. Yes. So this is something which comes, isn't it? So my debts, long-term debts, is equal to long-term borrowing plus long-term provision. So 4,20,000 plus 1,40,000 comes to 5,60,000. Check. So my debt, I have got my numerator. How do I get my denominator? Equity कहाँ से लाऊं? You talk about assets, liabilities, current liabilities. Correct. So I told you, if it's not given to you directly, you will have to find it out using the balance sheet components. Fixed assets, non-current asset में आता है. Accumulated depreciation on this. This is the gross value, and if I subtract depreciation, I will get the net value of asset. Balance sheet में what figure of my what value of my assets do I show? The depreciated value, correct? So here I will depreciate, and then I will find out 8,40,000 and the accumulated depreciation is 1,40,000. Therefore, my net value of assets is 8,40,000 minus 1,40,000. 7 lakhs is my net value of fixed assets. So this is a non-current asset. Non-current investments, long-term loans and advances all come under non-current assets. Yes, remember the formula, the subheadings under non-current assets. ये सारे मेरे assets है which will give me benefit in the future, long term. Then we have current assets. Okay, so current assets are also given, non-current assets are also given. That means I've got my total assets. Right? Total assets है, उससे subtract कर देंगे अगर current liability and non-current liability. What is left? Shareholders' funds. So here I find out shareholders' funds as non-current assets plus current assets minus current liabilities minus non-current liabilities. Yes, the balance sheet format, remember? This is non-current asset, current asset. दोनों को ऐड कर दिया, टोटल एसेट्स आ गया. ये भी टोटल सेम ही है. यहाँ से करंट लायबिलिटी माइनस कर दो, नॉन करंट लायबिलिटी भी माइनस कर दो, बचा क्या? शेयर होल्डर्स फंड्स. That's how we have got it. So let us see how much is it. Non-current assets, if we add 8,40,000 minus 1,40,000, ये हो गया 7 lakh plus 14,000 plus 56,000 under 70,000 plus current liabilities 3,50,000. That's it. Then minus 2,80,000 and minus the total of this 5,60,000. 5,60,000 क्या है? Long-term debts. So how much is it coming to? 70. This. So it comes to 1,12,000. No, 11,20,000. Yes, 11,20,000 is my shareholders' funds, if I am not wrong. Then coming to the formula, debt to equity ratio. Always write the formula, and this is the simplest way to write debt by equity. Correct? So you've already shown how you have calculated equity and how you have calculated debt. So it comes to 5,60,000 divided by 11,20,000. So it is just the half of it. So 0.5 is to 1. Okay. Actually, you will not write like this. See, it can also be written as 1 is to 2, isn't it? This is 1 and this is 2. So if I cancel it, it's coming to 1 by 2. So you can tell me I can write it as 1 by 1 is to 2 also. But again, that is the incomplete way of presenting the ratio. When you present a pure ratio, please ensure that you need the answer in this format. This format meaning what? यहाँ पे कुछ भी हो सकता है. Is to 1. The last end part is to be is to 1. So here again you will do this. Convert this into 0.5 is to 1. Alright? You will not write the answer as 1 is to 2. You will not get full marks for it. Alright? These small little things you can always manage. So I hope this much is clear. Yes? The next sum. Here you have been given debt equity ratio is 2 is to 1. Given. State giving reasons whether the following transactions will increase, decrease or will not have any change on the ratio. Something similar we did in my previous video also with quick ratio. Correct? Now here we are talking about debt equity ratios. Whenever such question comes, your idea should be very clear. Numerator, denominator. What is happening to the numerator? Numerator is debt, denominator is equity. Is this transaction changing any of these? If it is, the ratio will change. If it is not changing any of these values, the ratio will remain constant. Plus, if numerator is increasing more than the denominator, the ratio will increase. Numerator बढ़ेगा ना? तो फ्रैक्शन बढ़ेगा. And if the denominator is increasing more than the numerator, therefore the ratio will decrease because denominator बढ़ गया, नीचे का base बढ़ गया. Therefore, obviously, if some number we are dividing by a bigger number, the overall ratio reduces. Correct? So keep this in mind. Now, first one, sale of land. Book value is 4 lakhs for 5 lakhs. So basically, I am making a profit of 1 lakh. I have sold land worth this much for this much. So I am making a gain of 1 lakh. Any gain increases my capital. Correct? Any loss decreases my capital. So ये जो 1 lakh है should increase equity. Equity is what? Shareholders fund. Profits go to whom? Shareholders. Right? So this transaction will improve or increase the equity by 1 lakh. Yes? Increase in equity by 1 lakh. Fine. What about debt? Does it have any effect on debt? Long-term borrowing, long-term provision, कुछ भी change नहीं हो रहा है. Therefore, my debt remains same. Debt meaning numerator is same. Denominator बढ़ गया. Denominator बढ़ गया तो फिर क्या हो? Ratio will reduce. And debt does not change. Therefore, ratio reduces. This is the reason. Correct? You worked it out. Therefore, ratio has gone down because numerator did not change. Denominator has increased. Okay? Now, issue of equity shares for purchase of plant 10 lakhs. Issue of equity shares. Equity shares बढ़ गया मतलब equity share capital बढ़ गया. Again equity is increasing. Therefore, increase in equity by how much? 10 lakhs. And I am purchasing a plant. Okay, so plant, fixed asset is also increasing. Fine. Is anything happening to the debt? No. No effect on debt. Again, increase in equity. Same thing. So therefore, and no change in debt. Therefore, ratio decreases or reduces or becomes worse. Any word you can use. So this ratio has decreased or reduced. Issue of preference shares. Again, preference shares are issued मतलब equity बढ़ गया because equity includes both preference as well as equity shares. So share capital has increased again. So therefore, equity increases. Fine. For redemption of debentures are debt, long-term borrowing. Debentures are long-term borrowing. So long-term borrowing, redemption meaning what? You have paid off. If you paid off a liability, liability goes down. Reduction in liability, yes. And debt decreases. Correct? Equity has increased, meaning denominator has increased and numerator has decreased. Pakka reduction in the ratio, yes. Numerator has decreased, उससे तो होता ही नहीं ratio खराब और obviously the denominator also has increased. Therefore, both ways the ratio is reducing. Therefore, ratio reduces. Okay, so you might be asked these kind of questions also as to what is the effect of these transactions on debt equity ratio. Okay, let us take now the remaining two ratios also. Here, calculate proprietary ratio and debt to total asset ratio. You have been given certain information about assets and liabilities. Let us see where, for these ratios, what all do you need? Proprietary ratio you need equity and total assets. Debt to total assets you require debt and total assets. So basically 3 components you need to find out: equity, debt and total assets. तो तीनों ratio का मिल जाएगा. So let us talk about equity. What all will go in equity here? Share capital 9,50,000. General reserve, it's a free reserve, part of reserves and surplus. Then surplus, meaning in balance in statement of profit and loss. Okay, surplus is your profit. So profit is also going to come under reserves and surplus. So ये तीनों add करके you've got 15 lakhs as your shareholders funds or equity. Fine. So one figure is done. Let us talk about debts. Debts would include debentures. Debentures are long-term borrowings, 20 lakhs. Plus long-term provisions are also given of 5 lakhs, so we add that as well. So that makes it 25 lakhs, rest nothing is there in long-term debt. Please be very clear, current liabilities is not long-term debt. Okay, current liabilities are short-term debts, which is not going to be calculated for long-term solvency, isn't it? So, this current liabilities figure that is given here, I am not going to use it in calculation of debt. Total assets. Total assets would require all the non-current and current assets. So, we have been given fixed assets as 35 lakhs. Non-current investments, trade investments or non-trade investments, everything we are taking in total assets. Total assets is the entire assets, all types of assets. 2 lakhs we add here and current assets are again 8 lakhs. So this will give me the total assets comes to 45 lakhs. Once we have these figures, there is no confusion or any difficulty here. We just simply write the formula. Proprietary ratio is equity by total assets. You can also write shareholders funds by total assets. Please write the formulas correctly. 15 lakhs by 45 lakhs as we have calculated here. This is coming to some 0.333 is a recurring decimal. So usko 2 decimal places tak lana hai. So obviously the third decimal place is a 3, meaning less than 5. So forget it. It comes to 0.33 is to 1. Please present the ratio as a pure ratio. Debt to total assets. Debt by total assets. Debt was 25 lakhs divided by 45 lakhs. Comes again as a recurring decimal 0.5555. But here it is 5. So I cannot take it as 0.55. I will take it as 0.56 is to 1. So please be a little careful in that so that you don't lose marks unnecessarily. So I hope this entire segment related to solvency ratios, we have just done 3. One more is left which we will take up in the next video. I hope this is clear. Get used to with the balance sheet components. It's very important, children. And this you will require in the later on in the ratios also. Okay, so keep practicing accounts the simplest of way. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Keep doing more of accounts. Bye bye.